eggs are an important source of proteins, vitamins, and minerals, especially for the growth of children. However, most commercial chicken farms use feed that contains antibiotics, growth hormones, and residues of chemical pesticides.
You reap what you sow. If you feed chickens with chemicals, the eggs will have residues of the chemicals in it. The same also for the chicken meat. They will contain chemical residues. Residues from chemicals and hormones used in commercial feeds have a big negative impact on our body's well-being.
Many consumers also prefer the taste of organic eggs.
My children ask me why the eggs from Boots Farm taste better. I tell them because they are organic and don't have chemicals. They tell me to ask Boots if they can have some more eggs because they like the taste. They do not like the taste of eggs from industrial chicken farms.
Organic feed that is free from harmful chemical residues and antibiotics is often not available in the market. In this video, we will learn from farmers in the Philippines how to make your own fermented organic feed from materials that are available on your farm in order to rear chickens for organic egg production.
Sa organic kapag so mas okay gid.
Feeding organic feed is good. Feeding should be consistent and correct so that all the natural ingredients mixed in the feed will be digested well and their nutrients absorbed.
For this demonstration, we will prepare 15 kilograms of fermented feed. For this, you need 10 kilograms of dry ingredients. Depending on the country, standards for organic certification may differ. Ideally, all ingredients should be organic. You need 4.5 kilograms of carbohydrates. You can use bran from rice or bran from maize. Add 800 grams of fat from any or a mix of freshly grated coconut meat, used cooking oil, or groundnut oil. Carbohydrates and fats provide energy to the chickens. You also need 3.5 kilograms of ingredients that are rich in protein to help the chickens build muscle and lay eggs. The aquatic fern azolla, fresh leaves of trees such as Gliricidia, mulberry, or other trees, and banana stalks are all good sources of protein. You can use any or a mix of them. You may also use fish meal or soya meal.
But sa organic, all natural ang mga ingredient nga ginagamit namon.
With organic feeds, you can double up the volume by mixing a variety of grasses and leaves that can be found all around the farm. This is where you can get your savings from.
Ang kadamuon, so mas kini kag mas tipid sa ihatag sa manok compare sa premium nga feeds nga ginahatag sa iban.
Mix in half a kilogram of crushed dried eggshells or any other shells. Calcium is needed for the chicken's eggshell and bone formation. Chickens also need minerals to grow and lay eggs consistently. For this, add half a kilogram of rock salt, sea salt, or carbonized rice hull. Vitamins help to keep the chickens healthy, but they are costly when bought in a shop. Let's see how you can easily make your own vitamins by fermenting fruits. Slice half a kilogram of whichever seasonal sweet fruits you have available on your farm. Do not use sour fruits because they will hinder fermentation. Do not use any rotten fruits either because they have bad bacteria. Put the chopped fruits in a plastic container, add half a liter of molasses or raw sugar, and mix thoroughly. Cover the container with a clean paper or cheesecloth. Tie it with a rubber band or string and put it indoors. This ensures insects will not get into the mixture and spoil the fermentation. Let it sit for a minimum of 7 days. To boost the immunity of laying hens, you can mix indigenous microorganisms with the feed.
Ang function beneficial bacteria sa manok first
The beneficial bacteria improve the immune system of the chickens, so they get sick less. The good bacteria also remove the foul smell in the chicken house. And they are probiotics that improve feed digestion. Well-digested feeds give chickens proper and complete nutrition from the food they eat.
To grow your own indigenous microorganisms, cook half a kilogram of rice. Once the rice is cooled, put it in a pot and cover it with clean paper or cheesecloth that you secure with a rubber band. Keep the pot out of the rain and out of direct sunlight. You may also put the pot in a sack and add a handful of healthy soil or composted rice straw with white mold so these can inoculate the rice. The microorganisms are so small that they can move through the paper. Hang the bag under the ceiling to avoid rats eating the rice. After a week, the rice should be covered with white or yellow molds. In case dark gray molds have developed, do not use the rice as these are bad bacteria. Transfer the moldy rice into a plastic container and mix half a liter of molasses. Only use undiluted molasses or else bad bacteria will grow. Cover it with either clean paper or cheesecloth and secure it with a rubber band. To help you remember, add labels to the container that indicate when the solution was made and when it will be ready to use. Store the container in a dark, dry place for at least a week. The longer it takes, the better. You may harvest after 14 days or even a month. You will know if it is ready if it smells sweet. Pour 5 liters of water into another container and mix in half a cup of fluid with the microorganisms and half a cup of fermented fruit juice that provides the vitamins. Mix all the dry feed ingredients. Then pour the diluted solution with microorganisms and vitamins on the dry ingredients and mix everything well. The final product will be a slightly wet mixture. With the added water, the weight has increased to 15 kilograms. Put it in an airtight container. Store it in a cool, dry place and let it ferment for at least 14 days. You can store the feed for between 6 months to 1 year when kept in a closed container, off the ground, out of direct sunlight.
way sa pag ano ko ubra ko sang ano no sang
The feed we make is fermented because of the indigenous microorganisms we use. These eliminate bad bacteria, which is also the reason why the feed does not spoil quickly.
ang mga bad bacteria kaya ya bala no uksaon bala amon ang hindi sa dali ya mapanos.
Calculate the amount of feed you need based on the number of chickens you have. Per chicken, you need 160 grams of fermented feed per day, half of which you give early in the morning and the other half in the afternoon. With 15 kilograms of fermented feed, you can feed 3 chickens for a month. Let us review what we have learned. To make 15 kilograms of fermented organic feed, you need 4.5 kilograms of carbohydrates, such as rice bran or maize bran. Add 800 grams of fat, 3.5 kilograms of finely chopped leaves of trees or banana stems. Add half a kilogram of crushed shells to provide calcium. Add half a kilogram of rock salt or carbonized rice husks for minerals. To this, add half a cup of fermented fruit juice and half a cup of indigenous microorganisms diluted in 5 liters of water. Let it ferment in a closed container for at least 2 weeks. A balanced feed makes healthy chickens produce nutritious eggs that help make children happy and healthy.
Ang mahambal ko lang sila guro no. One reason nga
The best reason I could give for others to convert to organic feed is the lesser expense it takes to make, and that it helps our health because it is free from chemicals.
Kay wala siya free of chemicals siya.